Hey, thanks for joining me today. You're listening to the Sit Down with Roman Gray. Hello, hello. Thanks for coming back. Today I'm going to talk about replacement or the threat of replacement. I don't know about anybody else, but I've been battling the idea of replacement. When I'm gone or just, simply no longer alive, my presence will be replaced by something or someone else. Or better yet, I'll just be forgotten entirely. And it doesn't just apply to me being gone and being replaced. That's very much alive right now while I'm still breathing and walking. It feels like so many of us want to be remembered or cherished in some unforgettable way. It tells us just how important and meaningful we are in some aspect of life. So I think that's why so many people become fearful or threatened by the idea of being replaced. It means we'll be in some way or another forgotten, just put on some bookshelf where who we were and all the memories containing us will be collecting nothing but dust in a forgotten space. We want to be remembered in some form or capacity. At least I think I do. When we think of replacements, we think of something just as good or better. And I know some people relish in the idea of being replaced or forgotten. They like the idea of not leaving anything left behind, not even a footprint. And I can definitely kind of understand where they're coming from. With that being said, so many of us feel pressure to feel permanent, and it can drive us to do some pretty brash things and lash out. It wouldn't surprise me if the threat of being replaced drives someone into madness. The minute we feel our place, our presence threatened, there's no telling what we'll do. Potentially losing our self-control. The pursuit of being something great and important in someone's life is kind of mind-boggling. It tangles up a lot of emotions and conflicting information. If we set ourselves up just to be the highlight of someone else's life, then I feel like we're doomed for disappointment, doomed for heartbreak, and doomed for failure. It is nobody's singular purpose to be the one and only in someone's life. Like, yes, okay, it sounds beautiful and it sounds poetic and it sounds like something out of a movie, but we don't live in movies. In reality, it's not that pretty. If you happen to be someone's one and only, then that's fine. No one's saying it's a bad thing. It's not anyone's singular destiny. No one promised us a life without problems or pain. So the potentiality of being forgotten or lost is part of the human condition. The threat of being replaced sounds ridiculous in a way, but also when you really think about it, is very much a real thing. Nobody should ever feel like they have to go to extreme lengths in order to feel cemented in a position when it comes to our professional lives and our personal loves. In a world where we feel like we need to be the utmost competitive because we're told our jobs are on the line every single day, and that it means that somehow also applies to our relationships, we can feel a sense of betrayal, dishonesty, and just perhaps not being enough. Being replaced can make us feel scared to commit to other people and other careers. But if you ask me, it just seems like society continues to make up these invisible rules as we move forward in life. Like, okay, yeah, a lot of us can be replaced just like a used up toy or an old stuffed up animal. But that doesn't mean our lives are meaningless. It doesn't mean we shouldn't try to strive for deep connections or even great success, whatever that means. If you ask me, any one of us can be forgotten and probably will at some point in time. And so if that's the case, why live for other people and the contentment of others? Life is too short to not enjoy your life. Our ideas, beliefs, and traditions are always being threatened in some form or another, whether it's from friends or family, work, or an online community. The presence of threats has always been around, whether or not we're aware or conscious of it. I know it probably sucks to hear some of this since Not many people really like thinking about these things, but without exploring these rather uncomfortable topics, then we wouldn't know any better when it comes to things like forgiveness or understanding. The possibility of being replaced or even forgotten will be around, but that doesn't mean you should let it have a hold on you. Take any newfound ideas and use them to your advantage. You can gain new perspective from it and be able to live your life in a different way, in a better way. So, even with all the confusion and frustration, in the end, just live your life. Take what you learn and just strive to be happy with yourself. Everything else is just icing on the cake.